Today we're going to be doing an operation demonstration and an overview of the Motorola Saber. Let's get into it. The Saber is probably known as being one of the best sounding and best performing portables out there, originally developed for the United States military in around 1987, and being later dispersed into the public safety market up into the late 1990s. This radio is an analog-only radio, however it is capable of doing a proprietary digital voice encryption mode called SecureNet, which was originally released in the late 1970s. The Saber came in a few different variants. Within the Saber family itself, they had the Model 1, the Model 2, and the Model 3. The Model 1 had no screen or keypad, the Model 2 had a screen and the 3 buttons, and the Model 3, like the one pictured, has a full display and keypad. They also had the System Saber and the Astro Saber. The System Saber was the trunking version of the Saber, and the Astro Saber was the digital version of the Saber, originally meant for Motorola's Astro digital voice system before being later converted to P25. This particular Saber is a Model 3 Secure Saber in VHF. They also did make a non-secure variant, like this one here. As you can see, there is no extra space underneath the speaker grill, and there is no secure clear switch. Whereas on this one, there is that blank space, and there is the secure clear switch. The Motorola Saber came out in a few bands. The first one being mid-band VHF, which is about 66 to 88 megahertz. The second one was high-band VHF, ranging from about 136 to 174 megahertz. And the next one was UHF, from 403 to 512 megahertz. However, no single Saber is going to cover its entire band. They made multiple band splits within each band. The Saber was designed to be modular and field serviceable, so it is possible to convert what split it is within each band. However, it is not possible to change bands with the Saber. The modules are just incompatible with each other. Now for a physical overview. On the front, you can see we have a full display and keypad. On the top, we have our secure clear switch, our volume control, and our channel selector, and our antenna. On the left side, we have our PTT key and our monitor key. The monitor key disables tone squelch, or if you have it set up in the software, it'll have it open the squelch entirely and just let you hear static. On the back, we have our accessory connector and our RF jack. Over here, we have our battery release latch. And on the bottom of the radio, there are some battery terminals. To operate the Saber, first you need to turn the volume control out of its off position. It'll run through its power on self-test before dropping you into your channel. The enter key controls the backlight. We have 3 characters for a zone and 5 characters for a channel in a zone and channel setup radio. It is possible to change it in the radio to where you have just channels. Then you won't have zones. But then you can use all 8 characters for the channel name. The Saber is a menu-based radio. By menu-based, first you got to hit menu. Turn the backlight on here. So you got your zone menu, your phone menu, key mute, lock, scan, and program scan. The zone menu is to select your zone. The phone menu is for a phone interconnect. You need special infrastructure in order to be able to do that. The key mute is to mute the key beeps. Lock, you enter a passcode and the radio cannot be operated until the passcode is entered again to unlock it. Scan, pretty self-explanatory, scans through some channels. And program scan lets you program a separate scan list for use with a selective scan feature in the scan menu. To select a zone, you can either hit the select key to move up and down, or to cycle through your zones. The little asterisk means that you can use your keypad in order to change the zone. So let's say I wanted to go to zone 7. Oh, we timed it out.
Superior west of a line from Manitou Island to Marquette, Michigan, beyond 5 nautical miles from shore. Late this afternoon, east wind.
So here we're picking up the station in Painesdale, Michigan, which actually is a decent ways away from my house, so I'm surprised it's picking it up. But it's just another demonstration of, I guess, how quality the receiver is. To change your channel, you turn this channel selector.
East winds around 5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light and variable. Chance of rain 20%. Tuesday, mostly sunny.
Then I can go back to my zone. It's not happy that my channel was unprogrammed there. So all you do is you just turn it into a program channel and it works like normal. Your secure clear icon is right here. With the line through it means that you're operating in secure mode. If you take it out of secure mode, you can see it's just a little O. The speaker with the line across it means that you have PL enabled on the channel, or DPL. Pressing the monitor button will temporarily disable it, and if you hold it down for about 3 seconds or so, it'll disable it until you key up, and then it'll come back to where it was. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the phone feature. Turn the backlight on. We're going to go to phone. We can dial our access code. Doesn't like the fact that we're coded. And then we can go to coded. We can key up in talk in coded mode. And that's kind of how that works. So if you had infrastructure on the other end of this, it would provide feedback with tones and alerts and stuff like that and let you actually call into the phone network. Key mute. No tones. Enter. Tones, enter. There we go. That's how that works. Lock. Locked. So that works. So you can lock it like that, or you can enter a code. Scan. So you can do the selective scan, which is determined by that program scan. Or you can do mode scan, which is set up into software. And now you're scanning. Key up on this radio. You can see it stops in the channel. Then it goes back to scanning. Next, I'll do an audio demonstration coming out of the Motorola Saber speaker of both clear and coded modes.
Clear audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coded audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that was a demonstration of the Motorola Saber. As you could hear, it doesn't sound all that bad. It sounds actually pretty good. Of course, coming through the phone's microphone, it may not sound as good as, you know, if I had like a direct wire line, you know, coming out of the radio to showcase what it actually, you know, sounds like coming straight out of the audio processor. As far as range goes, I can get about 2.5 miles portable to portable with them. Or through a repeater, of course, you can have a much wider coverage area. Point to point, from my mobile to my portable, I can get probably about 6 miles out of it before it really starts to break up, and, you know. So that's about the maximum usable range you can get out of point to point. Any further than that, you're really going to want a repeater, and you're probably going to want a repeater anyways, because that was done in kind of a, you know, densely forested area with just normal terrain rather than in a concrete jungle. So that was the overview of the Motorola Saber. If you'd like to see more videos like this, go ahead and hang around. If you want to see other content, let me know in the comments below, and